Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. So this is video number 2 of the Rosettes. I cut a bunch of these, as you guys can see. I have quite a setup here, so I'm going to be working on these. I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how I'm putting these together. This one is inspired by Day of the Dead. I just thought it was gorgeous. And then this one is just an easy little Halloween funny, not funny, but like goofy, like kitty. You guys know what I mean. And so I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this together with some of the things that I already have. So let's start working on this one first. I bought this thing. It's by, let me pull you guys out so you guys can see a little bit. I just kind of wanted to zoom you guys in so you can see both of these, but we're gonna do this one first. I'll try to leave it there. I bought these from the brand Bow Bunny, and don't ask me what collection. I actually found these on Tuesday morning, and I thought that the hearts with all the like the little, what are they called, you guys? Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna call them scribbles because they're like going all over the place. This one has them like right there, if you guys can see, right here in the center. That's kind of like the theme for Day of the Dead, in my opinion. So we're going to be using these to create the background for these, and I am also going to stamp, and that's actually what I want to do first. So I'm going to use the Stampers Anonymous Day of the Dead 1 stamp set, and I'm going to be using the guy because I feel like he is the easiest to cut. I mean, the girl's gorgeous too, but I would have to cut like, I feel like around her arms and not the actual face. And I'm just trying to work with what I have, you guys, because I don't have a skull stamp or stickers or anything. So basically I'm just going to use him to work on this rosette because, like I said, I don't have a school stamp or any stickers. I went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's to try to find like skulls, and I had no luck. I had no luck at all. So I'm just gonna use this, and basically I just kind of want his head and the sombrero, because if that doesn't say Day of the Dead, then I don't know what else what does. So I'm gonna do a few, but as usual for video purposes, I probably am just gonna do one of each on camera. Okay, so let me clean that up and put this away before I have a disaster in here. And for the little sentiment, it's all a treat, if you guys could see that. Again, I was looking, and you guys saw me struggle with the tickets where I don't know if you've seen the previous video, but I have this Happy Halloween stamp set. I know I was like showing it and it wasn't even on camera. I don't have a stamp set that, I don't have a lot of Halloween stamps, to be honest. I have a lot of stamps, but most of the stamp sets do not have sentiments, if that makes any sense. So what I ended up using for this one, it's all a treat. I didn't want to put anything Halloween because it's not on Halloween. Day of the Dead is celebrated in November. So I thought that it's all like, oh no. Okay, I saved it. It didn't really get stained. It's all a treat. It's actually from this stamp set, Darcy's Frankly, I think that's what it's called. And I ended up, it's supposed to say it's all a treat with you, my sweet, but I ended up cutting this stamp set in half. So basically it just says it's all a treat, because in case you don't know, on Day of the Dead, we honor our dead by doing altars. And in that altar, we lay out food for them. So, so that's why it's a treat. It's kind of like, you know, like food basically, in my opinion. Or at least that's what I'm trying to make it seem. So I'm going to stamp a few. I'll just go ahead and do 3. Like so. Let me clean that. And then let me move that out the way. Okay, so we're going to bring our Rosette over, and I'm actually going to fussy cut this. I think I showed you when I did the Halloween tickets on Video Embellishment 1 that you could, don't be scared to come around here and basically cut the stamp image to what you want. Does that make sense? And it just works so perfect that with this one, I don't even have to use my gel white pen to erase the lines. I like the way it looks just with the outline like it is. Like I said, I do kind of have to be careful here, coming around his head. If it bothered you, you can go ahead and use the white pen to like make a actual white outline at the bottom, but it doesn't bother me. I think it still looks gorgeous. He still looks gorgeous. So I'm just gonna quickly fussy cut him out. Sorry. Let's see. Almost there. I'm trying to go fast, but at the same time, like, make sure I do a good job here. And then just turn it. And that's our little image here. Okay, so for the heart, I am taking one heart and doing the same thing I do, you guys, which is, it's just easiest. I don't know if, I mean, you can actually paint these, you know, but the marker works fine, and once it dries, the ink doesn't come up if you're worried about that. So we're just gonna do it quick just to change the color from the wood. Let me just try to get the inside there. There. Okay, and we're gonna center it there. But I almost forgot that I actually grabbed my, what is this called? I have no idea right now. I want to say twine, but it's not twine. I have no idea what it's called, you guys. I mean, I'm sure I could think of the name. I just don't know at the top of my head right now. Okay, so just gonna stack it twice. And if you guys seen me use this before, you know that if you use one, I mean, it's okay, it's there. But I just like the little bit of gold to come through a little bit more. So we're going to staple that there. And then I'm going to, now I have a perfect circle because of the die that I used. So I'm going to just carefully, so that I don't cut. Even if I cut a little less than the circle, I'm okay. Does that make sense? Like if I make it smaller than the actual rosette, I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure that I don't end up cutting the rosette. But you could use it carefully as an outline if you want to as well. Okay, so there we have it. And now we're going to add the heart there, add him. And then I picked up these flowers from Michael's that I don't even have them with me. Hold on, because now I have to go look for them. Okay, I picked up these flowers from Michael's. They are from the brand Recollection, and pinks and reds. It's like like well-known colors for Day of the Dead. So I'm going to be using probably one of these. Just gonna play around first to figure out where it is that I want it before I adhere everything. So I'm gonna probably do it here. I think that's the hardest part, is finding out, because you want to figure out where it is you want it before you place it. So yeah, that's fine. So normally what I do is I hold it in place once I find the spot, and then I just hold it with one finger and then put the glue on that, and then turn it over and do the same thing in the back of that. And now I have it in place. Sorry, you guys know I know you probably see like, what are you doing? But it's like the fuzzies from the hot glue. And I'm gonna put the little skull there, and then the flower there. Or somehow, maybe bring him down a little bit. Bring the flower down, and then we could put the sentiment right there. So I'm gonna, actually I should put him down first. So what I'm gonna do for him is I have him popped up in foam squares. I just do one line down the center, like so. Sorry, this foam square wanted to come with me. Okay, I'm gonna remove all the backing. Just kind of throw them on my table. And then I'm going to just run the hot glue one strip down the back and find him a spot in the rosette, like so. And I don't know if you guys saw, I was kind of bending the edges. I kind of like that because it gives it like a little bit more, I don't know, texture to it. And then the little flower is gonna be right there. So I'm just gonna hot glue that, like so. Sorry, you guys have to keep seeing me get rid of that. Okay, let me find its spot there. And then for the little sentiment, like I said, basically just going to cut it as straight as I can. Let me just eyeball it. I don't want to take out the cutter or anything specifically. I just want eyeball it as best as you can, like so. And then I'm bringing over this little ink pad. It's called Brick Wall. It's by Prima. And I'm just tapping it on the outside edges, or dabbing it, I should say, like that. Oops. And then I'm going to tuck it somewhere in here. In this one I tucked between the flower, like so. So we could do that. For that, I basically just put a strip of hot glue on the bottom, and then I tucked it like there. But I feel like this one's actually going to need a foam square behind it because it's just gonna be sitting in nothing. So I'm gonna put a little foam square there and then just press it down. And that is how I created the Day of the Dead rosettes. Okay, so for the other one, it's super simple, you guys. I'm gonna move that aside, move this aside. For this one, I use this tool. That's the name of it. Sorry. Okay, so I am going to do the same thing, and for this one, I'm only using one layer because, as you can see, look how blingy it is. So I'm just going to cut a strip and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and staple the tool in the center, and I'm just going to come carefully without cutting the rosette, just trim on the edges. And if you cut your strip too small, that's okay, you guys. It's just like right here, I don't know, I know you can't tell, but when I cut the strip from the actual roll, I didn't cut it big enough to cover, so there's like this outline right here that doesn't have any tool. That's okay. You wouldn't even be able to tell if I hadn't told you, but it's okay. So I'm going to do that and then move this out the way. Okay, now for this one, here's the thing. I wanted to use the spiders because I've had these for like a year, and I didn't have any spider web dye. Like, I do not have one, and I was like, man, should I buy one? Like, by the time it gets here, like, I'm trying to stay current and up, you know, like schedule my videos like I normally do. So I was like, what can I do? Like, I don't have any spider like dyes. I don't have any spider. I have some stamps, but the stamps are not big enough to cover the whole circle. So, and I've seen some rosettes, like I'm just ranting now, you guys, instead of showing you, but I've seen some rosettes that have like an actual spider web dye, and it like goes over the whole rosette and it looks so beautiful, but I don't have one. And if I go, I honestly, I could buy one, but by the time it arrives in the mail, which could be like 2 to 5 days from now, I don't know. I just want to get this project out the way because I have like other Halloween treats that I'm embellishments. I call them treats, but I have Halloween embellishments that I'm working on and I still want to do. Like, I'm so into Halloween crafts this year. And I was like, well, what can I do? What can I do? And then I was like, hello, you dummy. Just use a cotton ball. So I have here like a cotton ball, a legit cotton ball, and I also have these little things that I had in the bathroom upstairs. They're like the little pads to wipe off like your eye makeup, and that's what I used to create that spider web where it sits in the back. So it's up to you. This one I actually used the makeup wash, and it's so easy. Look, like you just separate it and then you could like stretch it. This one's a little bit harder because it's the front, but you could stretch it, cut it however you want, and I just kind of put it like towards this side. I still wanted a little bit of the orange to peek through, so you don't have to put it all the way. And if you lay it down like it is, this tool actually helps hold the cotton, but we're not gonna do that because I still want to secure it. So what I'm gonna do is just honestly drop a little bit of hot glue and like just squeeze it and rearrange it the way that you want to. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just put a little drop of hot glue, and then just place it and rearrange it how you want to. So then I could come over, put my little stickers of the spider and its web like so, and then like I said, you guys, I don't have a lot of sentiments, so I actually, this is ephemera that came in like a package. I had ephemera from last year, and I don't have a lot. As you can see, these are the only ones I have. So this is the ephemera that came with it. I think this was from a Pebbles collection. So I feel like I'm gonna have to use these and then figure out a way to make my own banners, and just try to find some Halloween words that I could, you know, like find basically. So for this one, I'm actually going to cut a bit of this because it's not like the other one with the fish tails. And I feel like I could tuck it in between a few of the spider legs and then just put it there. So for this, I'm just gonna do one strip and then slide it in there. And then I'm going to be bringing over my little embellishment box that I did last year. And I'm actually going to use these stickers and find the spider, and we're going to help it adhere a little bit more by just adding a drop of that hot glue and placing it down there like so. And then just to finish it up, we're gonna add some sequin. As you can see, I'm still trying to use this up, you guys, and adhere that like that. Let's see, sorry, I got like the fuzzy stuck sticking to me, so just gonna add that there. Let me grab my tweezers, put that there. I'm like, everything's hanging on to me right now. I'm gonna do one here and then do one there, and let it dry, and you're good to go. Aren't they cute? They're so stinking cute in my opinion, but I could be biased. They're my projects after all. I'm so in love with the Day of the Dead theme though, like really in love. So anyways, those are my rosettes, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and link the description below for the previous video on how I made the rosettes, just so that maybe there's somebody that hasn't seen the video on how to get perfect circles. And I hope that you guys like these little ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.